What is good, guys? How's everybody doing out there? My brother Kid here, back again, and here to deliver a new Patreon request from one of my patrons. So for everybody who is, please enjoy the content. Don't forget to do what you need to do. Leave comments in the section down below. Input, baby, input. Today we are here to deliver. I'm here to deliver another request from one of my beta level members of my Patreon. Beta level members are able to request 4 videos from me a month, and we're here to deliver. I'm here to deliver. This comes from Lorenzo Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. No, you're not. And he wanted me to do who are my all-time favorite Avengers. My favorite Avengers of all time, so to speak. That's why I am rocking my Avengers shirt today for this video. So who are my all-time favorite Avengers? So I didn't want to make this list very long, but I decided to do 10 for you guys. 10 Avengers that I really enjoy. 10. These are characters that when you think about the Avengers, they have spent the most time on the Avengers, like from the different eras, from when they debuted in 1963 all the way up until now. You know, you won't see like Wolverine on the team or Spider-Man. Those characters are very much, they were good additions, but they're not, as I want to say, mainstay Avengers. They're, you get where I'm coming from with that. So who are my 10 favorites? So we're gonna go 10, like I said. So let's start it off with number 1. Number 1 on the list we are going to is Captain America. Captain America, yes, I understand he is not a founding member of the Avengers. Some people will argue maybe he should be. He didn't debut until Stan Lee didn't bring him back into the fold until issue number 4 of the Avengers, when the Avengers found him. But he is the heart and soul of Captain America is the heart and soul of the Avengers. One of the greatest leaders ever in comics. This is a guy you go to battle with. This is the guy who's kind of like, in a sense, a person that you can't really say no to. That's just who he is. So Captain America makes number 1 on the list. I love Cap still to this day. I remember growing up reading comics. Growing up, I had a lot of friends in school and stuff that used to never understood why I liked the character. Like, he's what is he without that shield? And I would pull out comic books and I'd be like, there you go. This is what he can do without that shield. They used to think he could not do anything without that shield. I remember, I'll never forget when someone said that to me. I pulled out a comic and he was fighting Lady Deathstrike, and I said, this is him without his shield. Look at him beating the crap out of her. This is the woman that be taking it to Wolverine. He's handling her without his shield. Yes, when Captain America throws his mighty shield, yeah, but the man can deal greatly without it. He's a great leader. He's a hell of a friend. Like I said, there's not a lot of heroes in Marvel Universe that can say no to him. When they do, it's like a shocker. He's great. Captain America makes number 1. Number 2 on the list. Number 2, we go to number 2, and we are going to the God of thunder and lightning, the Asgardian, the Viking god, Thor Odinson. Thor, I love Thor. I've loved Thor since just reading since I got into Norse mythology. So take that and reading the old texts and stories of Thor from Norse mythology. When Jack Kirby and Stan Lee brought this character into the Marvel Universe, my love for it I knew I was gonna love. I'm like, that's basically Thor, but they put their own twist to it. They've kept a lot of the Old Testament of Thor in general, but they just made him more into kind of the heroic side. Now, there's a lot of people to this day now, when they think about Thor, they think of they think of Marvel's version of him, and you can see that, and more proof of that. Look at Thor in Ragnarok and God of War Ragnarok. When they showed what he was going to look like in that, people threw a gasket. They were like, "Oh wait, he's not blonde. He's not muscular." Yeah, if you read the Old Testaments and all the stories, they let you know, right? Thor never was blonde. He was redhead. They called him. It's weird, but yes. Thor, I love Thor. I love his relationship with Captain America. You know, one of my favorite moments of Thor was when he came back after Ragnarok, and this is during the time when he came back when the Civil War had just ended, and he was in New Orleans after I forget what hurricane it was. I think it was Katrina. So, and Tony Stark, Iron Man, came, and he just gave Tony this look like, "You piece of shit, you cloned me, you did this, and he's like, "I'm not having it with you." And not only did he beat the living crap out of Tony, I'll never forget it. Tony is just like at his mercy, and he was like, "Now get out of here. Like, I don't want to be in your presence. Leave me." And he was like, and I remember Tony saying something like, I can't fly. My armor's, you ruined my armor." And Thor said, "Walk." And I'm like, Thor has never really been a big fan of Tony. But yeah, it was great to see. It was really good to see. At that point, that's when everybody was hating Iron Man. But it was great to see. So yes, Thor makes the list. Number 3 on the list we go to is Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye. I love archers. And archers in comics, I love even more. It doesn't matter what comic company, if it's an archer, I'm going to be drawn to it. So you got Marvel, DC has the Arrow family and things like that. Image has Shaft from the Youngbloods. Then there's like Zenescope that has Robin Hood, my favorite character in the Zenescope universe. Clint's up there. I love Clint. He's like the clown, but also you can trust Clint to not miss. And I love that about him. Like, this man, if Clint says, "I got it," if you like Clint, it's like that scene in The Untouchables. Like, "Clint, you got it?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I got it." What do you say to him? "Take him." That's it. I love that. I love that about Clint. And I love the fact that when he talked about it, because yes, he could be the clown relief, and he was trained by villains, but he's a hero. Remember, Clint was a bad guy at one point. But one of the other things I love about, I remember him talking to Spider-Man, and he talked about why he always feels like he has to constantly keep his skills sharp, always training, always shooting dozens of arrows every day, hit the bullseye, pow, 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 pow. And he said it. He's like, "I'm on a team with gods, super soldiers, mutants, robots, and I'm almost the most normalest one on. I'm the only human. I have to keep my skills up." Because he always feels if he doesn't, he's letting down the Avengers. Respect that. I respect that so much. So yes, Clint Barton makes number 3 on the list. Number 4, Monica Rambeau, aka Photon. Say what you want about Photon, because there's probably a lot of people, especially nowadays, that don't really know who she is. They only know what they see from WandaVision. But Monica is a powerhouse. Monica was leading the Avengers at a time when they were so high on testosterone, it was crazy. This was at a time when she was leading Black Knight, Hercules, Thor, Dr. Druid, all these people that were just always arguing over things. Dr. Druid was always at the point telling her, "You're not even worthy to be a leader. Go get Steven to call." It's stuff like that. It makes you sick. But all that kind of downgrading her made her into a hell of a leader and made her who she is, because the way, when you're saying no to her, she's going to prove you wrong. I love the fact that, yes, her light spectrum powers make her very powerful. Maybe not in strength-wise, but raw power, she can fly at the speed of light. She can tap into every light spectrum you can think of. Infrared, X-ray, gamma ray, you name it. All that kind of stuff she can do. She can bend the light around her and morph into someone else. Shapeshift. She can do that just by bending the light around her. If she was a mutant, she would be an Omega level if basically. So I love Monica, and I look forward to seeing more of her. Marvel currently has her in her first ever miniseries that stars her. It's good stuff. It's really good. So yes, Monica Rambeau makes number 4 on the list. Love, love, love. Number 5 on the list, Vision. Love the Vision. I have always loved the Vision. I have always loved Vision in general. Yes, another character that was created by evil, but he became good. And he doesn't really consider himself a robot. If you look into Marvel comics, they never, ever really call him a robot. They call him a synthezoid. And I love that about him. Like, I love that, you know, he knows the value of human life. He knows, you know, the value of life in general. He's not just stone cold, quote unquote. He has a heart. I mean, he has a daughter, and now, you know, Vision, and she's great. You know, he got married at one point to a human, you know, but Vision is great. A lot of people, the one thing I think people ask me most is like White Vision or old school Vision, you know, because people need to realize that the red, yellow, green, that's his original costume. White came later, and that was only because of certain situations. I don't mind, but I will always love the original look for Vision more than his white look. But yes, when he came into the MCU, that made me so happy. I was like, there he is, and Paul Bettany looked great as the character. So yes, so Cap, Thor, Hawkeye, Monica Rambeau, Photon, Vision. Those are 5 so far. Let's move on to number 6. Number 6 on list goes to the First Lady of the Avengers, the Wasp. I know a lot of people like, really? You like the Wasp? Yes. Yes, I love Janet Van Dyne. I love her. I love that she is more than meets the eye. She is not only is she a superhero heroine, she is a entrepreneur. She has her own business, all kinds of things that she does outside of just being a superhero. She's a fashion designer, stuff like that. Currently, right now in the comics, she's doing so much more for the superhero community. It just makes me happy to see that. Like, she opened a bar for the superheroes. Like, they can come. You know how they got the bar with no name for the villains? This is for the superhero community. They can come there and relax, never feel like they have to worry about, you know, somebody attacking them. She made that. I love that. Janet will always get respect for who she is for me, because not only is she the First Lady, but she can be a badass when she needs to be. Could you imagine, you know, and just think about it. Yeah, you're laughing at, she does get small and shoot those, but imagine that she did that inside you. Think about that. But Janet is more than just that. She's great. She is great. I love her. I love Janet Van Dyne. First Lady of the Avengers. She is a founding member, but she is the First Lady. So yes, that makes the number 6. Number 7, Black Panther. Yes, I know a lot of people, there'll probably be a lot of people like, really, Black Panther? Yeah, yes. They're like, but Chris, when he joined, you know, he didn't really join. He was just spying on the Avengers to make sure if the Avengers attacked the Wakanda, he would be prepared for them. Yes, he was. He did do that. And when Cap found out, Cap was really heartbroken. He was like, "We're not going to invade Wakanda. We're not here for that. We thought you'd be appreciative more if you joined." And over time, T'Challa's understood that more, But I love Black Panther. Yeah, he can be kind of like very paranoid at times, and there are times where he has to put Wakanda ahead of being an Avenger. But when he is all board with the team, he's all board with the team, and I love that. I love that about him, indeed. So number 7 is Black Panther. Number 8 on the list we go to is the Scarlet Witch. Another character that I know you could say, well, she kind of flips between going nuts and all that other stuff. But when forget all that. Outside of that, Wanda is great. She's a great character. Yes, is she fractured sometimes? Yes. She has her issues. Hell, she nearly wiped out the Avengers. That's hence Avengers Disassembled. House of M, stuff like that. To me, she will always be a mutant, and she will always be the daughter of Magneto, the sister of Quicksilver, the sister of Lorna Dane, aka Polaris. She is a mutant, not some alternate mutate, things like that. I hated that they changed her origin. To me, she's a mutant. Leave it at that. But she's also a powerful sorceress that knows how to use chaos magic. And boy, does she know how to use it. Currently, right now, her series written by Steve Orlando is great. I do recommend it. It is great, great indeed. But Scarlet Witch makes the list. That's number 3. Number 8, excuse me. 2 more to go. Number 9 on the list. Number 9 is Hercules. Yes, like Thor, his cousin. Yes, in the Marvel comics, he and Thor are cousins because of through Thor's birth mother. In Marvel, Thor's birth mother is not Frigga. It is Gaia, the Titan, the god of this, so yeah. But I love her. I love that Marvel did that. Brought in characters, from mythological and made them into heroes and stuff. And in general, Hercules is the first hero in the Marvel Universe. Technically, he is. He's been doing this a lot longer than Captain America, Spider-Man, all those characters. They were inspired by him, and I love that. Herc can be a clown sometime, and he can be, but I love Herc in general. Do I care that he's bisexual? No, I don't. I really don't. I just love the character. I've always loved Hercules. In Marvel, they praise him more. In DC, they don't. He's kind of looked at as a louch and a piece of crap. But yes, I love Herc. I love Herc indeed. So yes, yes, indeed. Hercules makes the list. And the last character, number 10. Who is the last one that makes my all-time favorite Avenger member? Well, that goes to Hulks. Yes, it's a tie between for the Hulks. Bruce and his cousin Jennifer. I put them both. Hulk is a founding member, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that. And yeah, he didn't stay on the team very long too. He left the Avengers, I think the second issue of the book, and then of course he came. They brought him back. He left. They brought him back. But he comes back from time to time. I think Jennifer, his cousin, has been more on the Avengers than he has. But I love them both. I love them both. They are always a great value to that team, and there are members of the Avengers that no matter what is going through with Bruce, Hulk, or General, he knows that he has friends on that team that will help him. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Chris, you don't like Iron Man? I like Iron Man, but let me be real. For as long as I've been reading comic books, and I started when I was 10, I am 40 now, so that's like 30 years. I've never been a big Iron Man fan. I was never a big Iron Man fan. Like I was never a big Iron Man fan. I thought he was cocky, and arrogant prick with all traits that I don't like. And even when things happened to him, he still had those traits. So I was never a big fan of Iron Man, but I do respect him, no matter what. But yes, the Hulks make the 10th spot. Whether he is Smart Hulk or semi-savage Hulk, but he is a great addition. Jennifer is no different than her cousin. Don't make them mad. You wouldn't like them when they're mad, but in the end, they make the list. So there you have it. Those are 10 all-time favorite Avengers. Who are some of yours? I like to hear it. Now, just because I didn't have characters like, let's say, like Quicksilver, things like that on the team, doesn't mean I don't like them. But everybody's different. But I love to hear yours. Lorenzo, I want to thank Lorenzo Smalls for the list. I know I got another one. I think you asked me for another one, my all-time favorite X-Men. So I'll get on that one too later. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Deuces. Take care, guys.